Welcome to 5 Minute School, and in this video I want to talk about how to stop procrastinating when you have a lot of work to do. So procrastination itself is a kind of bad habit where you're delaying or postponing work or tasks that you have to perform. It starts off by just delaying it for maybe 5 minutes, which then becomes about half an hour, and before you know it, several hours have gone by and you still haven't completed the task. So if you do this regularly with not only schoolwork but just tasks and chores and stuff that you have to do in general, it can stagnate you in life, and it's definitely something which isn't good for your future. So procrastination, it affects everybody. Everybody has these moods where they don't want to do what they need to do straight away. It happens a lot to students when they have work to do, but it's common, it's really common. So I'm making this video to help you guys and tell you guys what to do when you're feeling the urge of procrastinating and delaying work which you have to do. So I'm going to talk about 5 ways to help you guys stop procrastinating. And if you guys watching have any other suggestions, write some comments below to help anybody else who watches this video. So let's begin. So it's a really good idea to have a kind of schedule when it comes to studying. So let's say every Saturday at 3 p.m. you're going to make sure that you're studying physics, for example, and you're going to do it for 3 hours. So you just dedicate that time specifically to studying physics. That's what you've done. You've taken out a set portion from your week schedule that you are going to dedicate that time to. You can do other things that you need to do in the other times, but when it comes to 3 p.m. on a Saturday, that's when you have to study. So you're going to have to close all distractions, move everything out of the way, and just focus only on physics for 3 hours. If you get in the routine of this, obviously you're not going to just be doing it once a week, but let's say every night, 8 p.m, 1 hour is going to be dedicated to studying. If you get in the habit of doing this, and if you do this consistently, every day you'll know, I'm going to relax a bit here because I know at 8 p.m. I'm going to study. You really can allow yourself to balance free time around the time that you have to study. Over time, it's going to become a routine, and you will get used to the fact that you have to study at this time. And even it'll get to the point where if you're not studying at that time, you'll feel uncomfortable because you've been doing it for so long. It won't feel right when you're not studying. Another good thing to do is have a list of things you need to study within your study schedule. So don't make this list too extensive. Don't pretend like you're going to be studying the entire syllabus in your study session. Just write down prior to studying that you're going to study 2 topics within this hour, and that's the only thing you're going to do. So it's a really good way to ensure when you are studying efficiently, because you're not overcomplicated things, you're not overexerting yourself, you're only studying what needs to be done and what you can do in this 1 hour study session. By doing this, you know what your study periods are for, and you'd be able to see your progression. So as you're making a list of things you've studied, you'll know, okay, you spent time studying this topic, you need to dedicate more time to these other areas of the subject you're studying. So it's a really good way to show your own progress in your work. Another reason you're procrastinating, maybe you're just not fully concentrated in the work that you're doing. We need to ensure when you are studying, you're studying with the most concentration and you're maximizing the potential of each study session. A good technique to use is called the Pomodoro technique. This technique is kind of based on the idea that you can't concentrate too much for more than 25 minutes at a time. After that period, your mind wanders slightly, and then maybe it comes back and you concentrated a bit more, but then, your mind wanders again. So with this technique, your study periods should be divided into short bursts. So maybe you work for 25 minutes, you give yourself a 5-minute break, get some fresh air, and then you return back for another 25 minutes. And the benefits of doing this is it really increases your concentration. You're not studying excessively, you're not studying for so long that you're going round and round in circles. It's just a short burst of learning, and then you're allowing yourself a break, and then more concentrated learning. Maybe it might not be a good idea for you to be studying alone. If you study with friends or other classmates, if they're not the type of people that will distract you, you can turn your study sessions into very efficient ways of learning. Because let's say your classmate is really good at one aspect of the subject you're trying to learn and you can't really understand it, having them explain it to you, or if there's 3 of you in a group all kind of bouncing theories and ideas about the topic, you can really learn so much in such a short space of time. And the benefit of this is that they've already learnt the topic, so when they explain it to you, They will explain it in a short, concise, and easy way for you to understand. The same thing for you. If you know a topic very well and you teach it to somebody else, you're really condensing and confirming the fact that you know this information, and it will retain in your own memory for a longer period of time. The right type of people that you're working with also will keep you disciplined and prevent your mind from wandering, because if you're all together, all dedicating your time to learning certain subjects, they're not going to be happy if you're just looking at your phone. You're all working together as a team to ensure that you all know the topic by the end of your study session. And the last way to stop yourself from procrastinating is to reward yourself, because if you are working hard, it shouldn't be the fact that you just work and you don't have any time to yourself to relax. A good way after you've finished studying is to reward yourself by doing something that you enjoy. It could be surfing the internet, it could be going out, watching a TV show, going out with your friends. Just do something to help you relax and take your mind off the work that you need to do. Obviously, you can't do this all the time. You need to be studying well enough, but once you have done what you needed to do, you deserve a reward, because studying for your exams or doing your homework is hard work. Giving yourself a reward just reinforces the idea that when you are actually working, you'll know that at the end you will be able to have a good time and it's not all negative. Some people, when they're studying, they get into kind of a negative mindset where they are scared for their exams, they're scared they don't know enough information. So just work your hardest, and when it's time to stop studying, take your mind off everything and just relax and enjoy yourself. And you'll find that when you do this regularly, after your work sessions, you will not be as stressed out.